Hello and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, FoxyNoTail, here on the truly Bedrock survival realm, and we are in the Nether. And the reason we're in the Nether is because I'm looking at these pillars that Gruva guy has added underneath each one of our portals, and I am assuming this is the beginning of decorating the Nether. As you can see, our Nether hub is gross, it's disgusting, something that I've thought about changing a lot, but never really got round to doing it because this is going to be a short season, and yeah, it's a big job to make a Nether hub look nice, but it looks like he's gone around putting a lot of torches around and obviously doing the pillars underneath so everything's not just floating, which is good. So thank you very much, Gruva. Anyway, so today what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be carrying on working on the bank. If you didn't watch the last episode, in the last episode we built a bank, or at least we made the face of a bank, as we're going to see right now. So we made the front of the bank like that, which is looking okay. It's a bit plain, it needs a little bit of detail, something that I need to get some creative inspiration on. We made this little lobby in the front here and a place for people to put their valuables, and most importantly we made the beginning of our secret entrance into the vault. So if you don't know what all this is about, basically this is going to be a very, very secure bank vault. So we come down here, we have to jump across this lava pit over here like this, and then over onto that one there like that, and then one over there like that, and then we get eventually to this bit here, and we're going to have in here a series of, not mazes, but more interesting like rooms and puzzles and things like that. Maybe not puzzles, but basically secure rooms that are going to put people off actually finding their way to the vault. Right, if we head back to the beginning, I want to, start from the beginning, I guess. In fact, we can start from in here. Yeah, we can start from in here by digging out this hole, and this first room is going to be basically a room full of buttons, and only one of them is going to do the job we need it to do. Okay, so things are moving on with this. We've now got our first room, which is absolutely covered with buttons, and there is only one way to get out of here. Now, at the moment, we've got a big hole here, which will be filled up, and we've also got a hole here, which will be filled up. That's just for me to access this at the moment. And the way we do this, the only way you can open the door is to stand on the pressure plate and press that button there. And if I press that button there, you'll see that opens up for a brief period of time over there. Not for very long at all, so I've got to press that, run through, and hopefully get through before the door closes like that. There we go, and now we're down the next corridor, which leads into the next room. And this room, you'll see we've got some combination lock things going on here, and we've also got a chest. Now that actually should be facing that way when we first come in here, and in the chest there is another chest. Ignore that. We're going to have a book in here which is going to give false instructions. So the whole idea of this is that it's not exactly what it seems. This room is obviously going to have no openings in it, no obvious way of getting in or out, and somebody's going to go around pressing every single one of these buttons trying to open the vault. And then in the next one again, the idea here is you think there's going to be a combination lock and you're going to have to get the combination right. So the way this works is if we rotate that round to there, you'll hear a piston's gone off, and then if we press that button there, a hole will open in the floor, giving us access to a key card which we can then put in that chest there, and that will then open the door. So this room only works with all those three things going on. So you have to get a key card to open the box. No other item will go in there. As you can see, that chest fell in there. You can't put anything else in here. You can't put any of those things. Nothing else will go through. The only thing that will go through in there is one of the key cards. So that's the first two rooms done. It's by no means the end. But before we do anything else, Zloy and I are going to get together and investigate some strange happenings in the Nether. So we'll see you guys in just a second. Right, me and Zloy are here in the Nether Hub. We've had word from Gruva guy that we have been pranked. Apparently, who did he say? Me, you, and was it Silent as well have been pranked?
Can you not with the fourth one?
What?
Can you, like, pretend to be surprised?
I'm surprised! Ah! I'm really surprised! Oh, legitimately. Alright, you start then. I'll play along.
Sure. I don't know what noise the pipe makes. I don't smoke, actually. So, Foxy and I have found a thing here by the day of today. Seemingly attached to particular Nether portals of particular members of the area. I don't know what voice Sherlock Holmes does. We have pillars.
We've
These
got
pillars will
pillars
not
in the Nether. Where are they from?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you may notice that one is there, but that one isn't there.
Well, there's not one on that one. I'm getting the feeling whoever put these pillars there probably ran out of bricks.
Dude, this is stone bricks. How many stacks of stone do you have?
Well, interestingly, Zloy, I know you're Sherlock and I'm only merely just Watson in this scenario, but without breaking the fourth wall here, a couple of days ago, a certain one of our members asked me if there was anybody that had a lot of stone, and they were on about double chests worth of stone. So, do you want to know who it was?
I know who it was. It was Gruva. I've been in that Discord.
It was Gruva, absolutely. So I'm gonna throw out put myself on a limb here and say that it was probably Gruva. I also just happened to know, because I was online earlier when Gruva was on, he might have mentioned that he'd built some things underneath our nether portals and that I shouldn't look too closely at them. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost convinced this might have been Gruva.
You did not have to convince me. I'm pretty sure it's Gruva. I'm just trying to figure out what did he do? And why are these little tunnels down there?
Now, if we break into them, are we just going to fall to our doom? I do have a fire resistance potion on me just in case. Should we break into it and have a look?
Well,
you're already in it. You're already there. You don't mess about, Zloy.
Holy poop!
Is it solid?
It is solid. He really did run out of bricks.
No, I don't believe it. There's no way.
Madman.
There's no way this is solid all the way down. I don't believe.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're making a staircase here, and I'm ruining it. There's no way back up at the moment.
Gruva, what were you doing here?
Do you think this prank is, let's see how much digging I can get everybody to do in the towers underneath the Nether hub, because it'll be funny watching them looking for something that's not there?
I mean, yeah, there is a chance that the true enemy is just
curiosity.
Yeah. Do you have any fire resist potions? Because
I've got one. I've got a
How
water
long?
breathing. 8 minutes. What do you need me to do?
Okay. Can we push you down into the lava to check out?
Don't forget, I will drown in the lava. Although I do have water breathing, but I'm not actually sure if they work.
You will drown in the lava only if you attempt to swim out, and I'm pretty sure you're not that stupid.
Right. Okay. So where do you want me to go? Just down to the bottom.
Somewhere, not just jumping off of a bridge, perhaps, because lava does not negate all of the damage.
Right. Okay. I have fallen off here before and didn't die.
Okay. Whee! Hey, look, Foxy, this cool thing on my back, it's called Elytra. You should try it.
Whee! Oh, I don't have any.
What?
Don't have any Elytra. I didn't fly. But I'm
Okay,
not
cool.
dead. Which is good. I just want to test a theory, though. I'm going to take this water breathing. Hopefully it won't cancel out my fire resistance. Yes, it does allow you to breathe under the lava. That's good. Not that I
Amazing.
can see anything.
Glad we solved that and not the thing that we came here to solve.
I know, right? I'm so glad myself. Right, so I suppose I ought to go have a look at this pillar. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, there's a dispenser at the bottom. Full of stuff. And an armor stand. An armor stand on a redstone block. Firing stuff through something. I've picked up a dropper with some fish and some seeds and some sugar in it. Oh, I guess... Oh, right, okay. So that would have been coming through our nether portal. It would have been...
I feel we cracked it. When I was digging down, I picked up some seeds, some kelp, and some sugar.
Yeah. So his kind of trick kind of works, but doesn't.
It seems that these items should have gone all the way through, right?
They should have gone through the nether portal. We need to go the other side of the portal and see if they're actually on the other side.
They're not there. You know why?
I don't know.
Not once has this contraption fired properly.
I don't know what would make it fire.
No. We never kept the nether loaded long enough for the items to make its way through all the way.
That's true. That's true. Well,
They made it halfway, and that's where I picked them up.
That one's broken now. No, because if they're going to go up, they'll go up pretty quickly. But the thing is with Bedrock Edition, they glitch inside a block and they don't go up to the next one. It should work, but it doesn't. So...
Delightful, isn't it?
They're never going to go. They're never going to get up there.
Well, that was, what, half an hour wasted? Thank you for that, Gruva.
So just go through my portal. Just see if there's anything the other side. Because it would be a bit of a shame if nothing's gone through.
Alright, I'm gonna clean up my inventory. Just for you.
Anything?
13 seeds, 5 kelp, 5 diorite, 6 sugar.
Oh, so it is working then?
Yeah, it is working.
Oh, well, ignore everything I just said.
I guess so.
Well, that's that's really good prank. Thanks, Gruva.
Yeah.
You got me! Ah! Ah, touche, bro.
He really
touche.
didn't, because it all got me, it all got me.
Exactly. Yeah. Right, okay.
Are you seriously living in the basement of your ex?
I don't live in the basement, I live in my tent. That's just where the nether portal is.
Oh, alright. Alright, yeah, sure.
Okay, so I've filled in all the holes in the wall, so this is what this room's going to look like if you first come into it. It's going to look very odd. There's no obvious exit. You would probably be led to assume it's either going to be those three there or those three there, because they're the only ones with any buttons on. So you're going to be thinking, how do I open those? You're going to be going around pressing loads of buttons. You might think, because we know that one is the door, that the buttons will work on this side as well. None of those are going to work. So what we're going to have to do is come and stand on here, press that button, and that's going to open up. And I don't know why there was a button on there. I must have stuck that on by mistake. And then we can get through here, and that's going to lead us into this room, which is now finished off. And yes, there was a hole in the wall there. That's so I've got access to my stuff. And yeah, it's time to start building the next room, but the next room is not ready yet. So let's see if we can actually get through to it. Let's grab ourselves a key card. And my inventory is absolutely full of stuff. Let's chuck away those for the second. Let's spin that round to the right place, and let's chuck that in the chest there, and then we can go through. And the good thing about that is that key card then comes back into the chest again. It filters back round and it comes back into the chest. So I won't need to reset this ever. It's always going to keep working regardless. Okay, right now I need to go and repair my tools and things, and the best way to do that is to go to the Guardian farm. So what I'm actually going to do, because I'm pretty much sick of going forwards and backwards from the nether to get there, I'm actually going to wear some elytra. I'm going to do it. I'm going to actually put some elytra on. I'm going to enchant them, and I'm going to go do it that way, because I didn't want to do that on this series. I didn't want to use elytra, but to be honest, I've been back and forth that many times digging this thing out, fixing my pickaxe. I'm a bit fed up, to be honest. So I'm going to get a mending book and an unbreaking book, and let's enchant these things, shall we? There we go. But I'm not going to use them all the time. I'm not going to permanently have them on, only when I'm doing long distance traveling. Otherwise, I'm going to be just wearing my elytra as normal, because, yeah, I don't want to get in the habit of using them all the time on this one. And also, considering I keep dying, I don't really want to lose the what's it called? The fact that you get a lot of armor from having a chest plate on, that's what I mean. So let's see if we can fly. Be the first time flyer on the truly Bedrock realm. Here we go. Wow. Now that is a view. I haven't flown over this place before, and it looks amazing. It looks really, really good. And all we got to do now is look out for that cow. Whoa, ow, I hit it. Ouch. Oh, wow, that's loads easy to get to the Guardian farm. That was so fast. Well, I've been to the Guardian farm and I kind of repaired everything, but my pickaxe and my shovel are still not ever so good. That Guardian farm, yeah, I don't know. It's good for getting levels, but it's not ideal for repairing things, really. You don't get a full mend on anything. So there's a blaze spawn around here somewhere. I thought maybe I could come to this and try my luck against some blazes. What's the pigment doing here? What are you doing, guys? Now, the blazes don't seem to want to spawn. I'm going to assume that's because of all those ones we saw at the bottom of the world earlier with Zloy. All those ones down there. Yeah, they'll be preventing these spawning up here because the game thinks they're already here. Oh, we have got one. Slowly but surely, we've got one. There we go. Come here then, Mr. Blaze. Hey, steady. Yeah, that's going to take forever. Forget it. Forget it. We'll just use a broken shovel. It's fine. Okay, so the next section of the secure vault system is done, and if we make our way through this one, I'll show you how it works. We need to still get our key card from in there and put it in the chest, but before we do that, we now need to press this button, and that's going to give us an emerald, which says on it, fire. I wonder what that means. So we put that in the chest there, and that will open the door to the next area, at which point we'll go across these pressure plates And if that fire's not already lit, that's going to start lighting that fire, which, as you can tell, is going to be a bit of a problem because we're going to be naked, we're going to have nothing on us, and if we didn't get that emerald, that's tough. We cannot get back through there. There's no way to go back through. The only way would be to try and run through the fire, which I'm sure you'd be able to do. I'm sure you could just about get through, but with no armor on, it's going to be pretty painful. The way you put the fire out is to throw it in that corner there. That will go into a hopper, which again will recycle it, and it will go back into that dropper again, so we can then break that and come through. And then when we go over those ones, that'll turn off as well. So if you forgot to press that button, or you didn't press that button, and the fire goes on and we run through, when you go over these pressure plates as well, the system will turn off as well. And that's just to stop the annoying clicking more than anything. So yeah, that's the new section there. And there is a lot of redstone going on with all of this now, and I'm going to try very hard to briefly explain how it all works. So we're going to go back to the beginning now, and we're going to go into the first room, which I can't really get into without breaking the wall. So let's break the wall. Let's go in here. So the first one works by basically having what's called an AND gate. So underneath this pressure plate here and underneath that button there are some redstone lines. And let's just build this wall back up again. So if we go underneath this thing, you'll be able to see how this works. We've basically got a line of redstone dust coming from underneath that pressure plate there to a repeater, a line of redstone dust coming from that button to a repeater, and this is called an AND gate. So this redstone torch here will only go on if both of those redstone torches turn off. So basically if there's a signal to both of them, and we can simulate that by putting a torch there. So if I only activated one of those lines, you can see that torch stays off, or the other one, that torch stays off. But if both lines are active, then that torch goes on, which then sends a redstone signal over to here, to this repeater. And then we've got basically a comparator clock, which is a delay clock to keep the mechanism active. That's what's keeping the door open. And then we've just got a little bit of simple redstone, which is coming to a couple of pistons. It's pulling the blocks out and then pulling them across. So it's like it's not a switcher, but it's pulling the blocks out and then away, out the way. The next bit's pretty complicated. We've got a comparator sort of combination lock thing behind this, but all we're doing, we've got a furnace which has got, whoa, don't want to be pressing on that, let's get those out of my inventory, a furnace with some items in it going into a comparator, and then we've got another comparator, the item frame's behind that block, and that's in basically inverted mode. So when the item frame gets turned round, the signal strength going through this block is stronger than the signal strength coming from that furnace, which makes this piston extend. It pushes the redstone block down, and that sends a signal through this redstone wire underneath there, and it takes it to another AND gate. So there's another AND gate here, and that one's coming to this side, and the other side is being basically taken from the chest. So the chest, we drop our piece of paper in. We've got the hopper here with some blockers and a key card slot, so only key cards can come through there. And there's a hopper line taking that key card back into this chest, which is the chest we get it out of. And there's a comparator coming off one of the hoppers, which basically goes through another delay clock just to give us a bit of time to actually get through. And when both of those things come together, we get signals on both of these sides of the AND gate, and that goes up this redstone torch tower and opens the door. The next one is a little bit more complicated, believe it or not. The fire one's slightly more complicated in the sense that it used this system, and I can never remember what these are called, but basically if I press that button there, no, that one, the system switches from one side to the other. So if I press that one, it switches. If I press that one, it switches. But I can't switch it by keeping pressing the same one. I have to change over. So this system basically works in the same way. We've got this block of 4 stone bricks here with the redstone on, which is one of those, and we've got another one over there, which is the other one, and these are basically directly underneath where the pressure plates are. So when you stand on these pressure plates here, that redstone gets activated, which I can simulate by sticking a redstone torch there like that. So that redstone torch is activated, and that then turns this one off, which retracts this piston, which then we've got a little hopper clock here with an item in it going back and forth between those, which just sends a signal to 4 repeaters, which go into the dispensers, and that's firing the dispensers on either side. When you stand on the other pressure plate, which will activate this redstone, or you put an item inside that hopper there, that sends a signal through into this one, deactivating it, which makes that piston stick out, which stops the clock going and stops those repeaters firing. So it's slightly more complicated. It's not particularly complicated, but yeah, that's how it all works. And then you can put the fire out with your hand, and then you can safely walk through. The next section here, we're going to have one more quick section here, and then this area here, that's going to be the actual vault. So we're nearly there. We're nearly finished. Okay, so I think it's about time we gave this thing a full test so far, and I've just noticed out the window there's a drown jumping about outside. Shoo! Shoo, drown! We don't want you here. Go away. Go away. Don't come in here. Please don't come in here. I haven't got any weapons on me. I've taken all my stuff off me. Go away. Go away, Shoo. 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 Why are you even in there? Why are there... What? Why is there creepers and villagers in here? How's that happened? That's a bit weird. Right, anyway, let's not get distracted. Yeah, so in the last video where I was building the front of this and building this first little area here, I mentioned that if you actually do this at night, so the idea here, if you didn't watch the last video, is you would click through the wall onto that bed, and that would then set your respawn point. You kill yourself and then you end up in that room. But as I'll demonstrate now, because it's nighttime, I can actually sleep in that bed and then come straight through here, which means I haven't killed myself and I've still got all my stuff on me, which is a bit of a problem in hindsight, because I don't want that to be able to happen. I don't want people to be able to come through here at night. The other issue with this is that I can also access the chest there. So when I've put all my stuff in that chest, I can get it back again. So this room's going to need redesigning, and what I'm going to do eventually, when I get around to doing it, is make this hole that you can click on the bed only there during the daytime. Basically using a daylight sensor and a piston, I'll push that stair block down in order to make that hole appear, and then during the night it will disappear, so there's no way through. I think that's going to be realistically the only way to do this. And the other thing is I'm going to have to move this chest so that it's not accessible through there. But anyway, we've reset our spawn point in there now. I've got nothing on me, so I can test this thing out. If I press that button, I'm going to go in lava here. I'm going to die, hopefully. Oh no, I thought that might happen, but yeah, I've respawned back on top of that. Let's break a block to go back through. Oh man, this isn't working out how I expected it to at all. Yeah, so that's another issue. Obviously, with the bugs at the moment, we don't actually respawn next to the beds, which is not very handy. So let's just chuck those things in there for now and pretend that all went smoothly. And then we'll stand on here with nothing in us. We'll go down here. We'll go through this little tunnel. Ignore that hole there. Ignore this scaffold in here, because that's not supposed to be there. In fact, we can probably get rid of this now, to be honest. We don't really need that there at all. So let's get rid of that scaffolding. We'll pretend we've dropped off here. Let's chuck that scaffolding over there in the lava so we can't cheat with it. And then let's do the parkour. Let's jump to there, and then jump down there, and then jump to that one, and then come across here into this room. And there's a little button just there to get through that door there. If we can do it properly, there we go. Right, now we have to stay standing on here and press that button, and then run across here as fast as we can before it closes. That takes us into this room. First thing I'm going to do is press the middle button there and get my fire extinguisher token. That one. There we go. I don't want to not have that on me. Then I'm going to press that button there, open that chest, get the key card out, spin that round so it's facing the right direction, open that chest, drop that in there, and that's going to take me through to the next area. There we go. And that is going to start the fire. Oh no, I can't get through the fire. It's too powerful. Good job I got my little fire extinguisher. I can turn off the dispensers, I can get rid of the fire like so, and come through. So, yeah, that's good. It's all working out nicely. The only issue is, I'm going to have to do this every time someone wants to retrieve something out of the vault, which isn't great. It's a bit of a long-winded way to get round into the vault, but at least we know it's going to be secure. And the thing I really like about it is once you've come through, you can't go back again. So if you go through from one section to the next, you can't go back again. The only way to go back to the beginning, unfortunately, is to die. And then you end up back on the roof of this thing again, which isn't very handy. So there we go. It's working out pretty well. I'm very happy with it so far. And hopefully it's going to serve us well, and we'll get lots of diamonds from people storing their stuff inside the bank. One last thing I want to test before I do anything is, can you dash through this fire without extinguishing it, without dying? I imagine you probably can. I just want to, yeah, quite easily actually. But I am on fire. Will I die? I don't think I will. I think I'm all right. We'll see. Yeah, I'm okay. So you can get through it without dying, but it's more of a deterrent than anything else. And I know people can come through with pickaxes and break the doors down and stuff like that. It's all part of the fun. If anyone actually wants to try and take this bank on when it's finished, they are more than welcome to, as long as they do it, you know, within the rules of the role play.